All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what's up? We are back for another week of Just a Fan Podcast. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Um, I am multitasking like crazy because
Hold on, I need a refreshing drink.
you need a fresh and drink.
A refreshing drink. I have a
refreshing drink.
juice box here that we stole from Kyler Murray.
Only you, man. Only you. Only you. You got a juice box you stole from Kyler Murray. Lord have mercy. All right. We are back for another week of Just a Fan Podcast. We are currently live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and I'm trying to see if we're live on IG, but I don't think we are. No, we're not. So I think I need to. Oh shoot! Let me see if I can get another one. Just gonna bear with me, y'all. Or I may have to. Anyway, E, go ahead, man. While I try to do this.
Well, I'm just enjoying this elementary school beverage, and
Hey, by the way, so I'm the quarter host of the show, Coach Williams. Hold on.
they didn't make juice boxes like these when I was. I'm just saying.
As you can tell, I'm creeping on the come up. All right.
Pack your defense and your running game. It's that time of the year, baby.
Hey,
We're closing in on the home stretch for the playoffs. And if you ain't got both of these, you in trouble.
yeah. So that's Pando. He's letting y'all know, hey, your team better have a good ground game and a great defense, man. So let's go and get this started. Let's get started with San Francisco, man. Who'd y'all beat? Arizona.
That's how I got all these juice boxes. We went in there and we beat up Kyler Murray and took
This man drinking This man got two juice boxes, man. Look at this man.
I already ate the animal crackers, so
This man is OC, okay? Y'all hear me? This man is OC, eating animal crackers, drinking juice boxes. The 49ers beat the Cardinals without their two starting defensive tackles, man. I mean, talk about E.
Yeah, the Cardinals are able to rack up 234 yards on the ground against what at the time was the number one rushing defense in the league in the 49ers. You can look at that two different ways. Without Eric Armstead and Javon Hargrave, because neither one of those guys started. Those are two interior defensive linemen. They still won by double digits. So that's a testament to how good the team is. But it's also a problem moving forward if these guys are not available. Like going into this week against Baltimore, and we'll get off into that later. But if those guys aren't available, it could be very, very, dare I say, daunting task to be able to defeat the Baltimore Ravens, even though the Niners are at home. One thing I do want to talk about is, and we didn't talk about it last week, I just want to let things ride out. I didn't want to talk about it till things rolled out, and I'm glad I waited to this week. I'm pretty sure by now everybody has already heard about what Cam Newton had to say about certain quarterbacks in this league, and he called them game managers. Now he backed off of it and trying to say, well, but game manager isn't a derogatory term, but I mean everything in his language and his energy basically said that it was. So he said that about 4 quarterbacks. 4. He said Brock Purdy. He said Jared Goff. He said Tua Tagovailoa. And then he said Dak Prescott. 3 of those 4 quarterbacks, I have to believe, that was listening to Cam Newton's podcast on their headphones before they played their game, because they was like, okay, I'm going to show you game manager. I got your game manager right here. Brock Purdy goes out, has a over 140, I believe, over 140 point passer rating. Throws for 4 TDs, no touchdown, no interceptions. Excuse me. Makes a couple of the. I'm pretty sure everybody saw the highlight of the pass that Christian McCaffrey caught. Him falling down, gets up and runs. That was not a read. That was an off-schedule play that Purdy escaped the pocket from the pass rush, rolled to his left away from his dominant arm, and throws a dart to Christian McCaffrey for a touchdown. But, he's a system guy. He's a game manager. That reminds me of the type of plays Cam Newton used to make the one year that he actually was above 60% passer rating, completion percentage, excuse me. He was listening to the podcast before the game. I guarantee you. He's like, I'm finna show you. Jared Goff goes out this past week, and proceeds to throw not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 touchdowns. Now, some people are like, well, they played Denver, but hold up. Denver's known for their pass defense. Are they not?
You're right. You are absolutely right.
And Jared Goff went out there and threw 5 touchdowns on that defense.
Exactly.
He was listening to Cam Newton's podcast in his headphones and warm up. I guarantee you. Tua Tagovailoa. He's a game manager. Oh, he needs Tyreek Hill to be this good. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Tyreek Hill didn't play in that game. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brandon.
No, he did not play in that game.
But proceeded to go ahead and orchestrate a 30-0 blowout. Now, Miami's defense had to do it to nothing, but puts 30 points up in that game.
Now, I will say this, though.
It was highly efficient.
That Jets defense is good, though.
Jets defense is another good defense.
Yes.
He puts up 30 points on a very good defense and was highly efficient. Did he throw any interceptions? No. So, 3 of those 4 quarterbacks, they had to have been listening in their headphones and warm up about what Cam Newton had to say about them. And they went out, instead of talking, instead of trying to clap back, they was like, okay, bet. I'm a game manager. Watch this. I'm a system quarterback. Watch this. I only rely on my weapons. Watch this. So that was interesting. That was extremely interesting. But haters gonna hate, lovers gonna love. We don't even want none of the above. I'm not gonna go any further. But yeah, man, it's kind of funny how some people just hang on to these narratives about some of these quarterbacks, and I ain't gonna say they don't know what they're talking about, because some of these guys have takes and they've played the sport. I can't say that I have on a professional level.
Right.
But, some of these takes they're based in, how should I say? I don't want to say jealousy. I don't want to say just hating, but I mean, there's a lot of bias about that. So that plays into our playoff race. You asked about the Niners and the Cardinals. The Detroit Lions has jumped back up into the 2 seed position of 2 seed right now by defeating the Denver Broncos, which is a team that was streaking. They said, okay, we finna do something about this streak. We not finna let y'all come in here and just do what y'all want to do.
Exactly.
So that was impressive within itself. That they kind of fallen off a bit. They weren't quite where they were. They took an L to the Packers, which is embarrassing. But I still feel like the Detroit Lions are still one of the more dominant teams in the NFC. Dare I say, without giving away my top five at week 15, dare I say the second most dominant team right now, especially after the events that have unfolded this past week. They are the second best team in the NFC. Uh, but a lot of people are sleeping on the Detroit Lions. I know I'm preaching to the choir when I'm talking to you, Brandon, but I'm talking to our audience that's watching at home or listening or whatever they may be, whatever medium that they're on. But we've said it ad nauseum. We've said it, you know, repeatedly.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
definitely. These last
Detroit,
couple of years.
when they put it all together, Detroit is a problem. And the way Jared Goff responded to his critics this week, that was impressive. Detroit, no way. Okay, what does that mean? I'd like to hear from you because I want to clarify. I'm going to ask questions first. What you mean by Detroit, no way? Because if you're saying what I think you're saying, I'm about to run you off this podcast because I'm gonna show you. I'm explaining to you why you're wrong. If you're saying what I think you're saying, I could be wrong. So please clarify your statement. I'll wait. But moving on, while we wait for a reply, um, yeah, the Cowboys, the Eagles are still better than Detroit at full strength. How? The Detroit, oh, I got one. I got time today. Did you just say that the Cowboys and the Eagles are better than the Detroit Lions? Oh, baby, you got the right one today. I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. You ready? You better have packed the lunch, son. You had better have packed the lunch. All right. So first of all, Detroit can win on the road. So that nullifies the Dallas Cowboys. Detroit can stop the run. Lions schedule versus NFC East schedule. Win the games you play. Win the big games against the big opponents. And by the way, who has a 2 seed? I'll wait. Second of all, didn't the team just lose 3 games in a row, 3 big pivotal games in a row that really mattered? Brandon, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, they did.
Who they lose to?
The Eagles lost to the 49ers, Cowboys, and the Seahawks.
The Seahawks. The Seahawks are concentrated, unwiped ass, and you finna come in here and tell me that the Eagles are better than the Lions. No. The Eagles, hold on, let me pull it up right quick. You're the stats man, Brandon, but I can always go there.
What's
What
up?
are the Eagles? What is the Eagles rank against the pass?
What's their record? Oh, that part I don't know.
Well, they fifth from the bottom. That's what it is. Yeah. But go off though. Go off about the Eagles being better than the Detroit Lions right now. You can't fix your mouth or your fingers to type right now to tell me and make sense that the Eagles are better than the Detroit Lions right now. Get out my face with that. Please miss me with that. Oh, I'm sorry. You missed me with the BS.
No.
Don't. You tried it. You really tried it. Don't come for me unless I call you.
Now,
okay?
I was, hold on, E. So let me say this.
So I ain't through. I got some more if he wants some more. I got a whole lot more ammo.
I know.
I got some more.
I know you do, man. I know.
Can we move to the next topic? Because if he wants some more, I got some more.
Now, all I was going to say real quick is I do disagree that the Eagles
you better get it before I do.
I disagree that the Eagles are better than Lions. I think the Eagles are frauds.
I'm sorry. I got a call, Brandon. Oh, it's a fraud alert. It's the Eagles.
Look,
that was my next topic anyway. But since they wanted to go there, I'm gonna take it there. So we can go there. Just make sure you got bus fare to get back.
So here's my thing with the Eagles. Okay, The Eagles, first of all, struggled to beat the Commanders twice this year. They only won by combined total of 10 points in 2 games, and one of them went to overtime. You let Mac Jones throw for 350 yards on your defense. Okay. You lost, you got crushed by the 49ers. You got crushed by the Cowboys by 20 points, and it could have been worse. And then you just lost to Drew Lock, who was a backup quarterback. I thought Geno
Your
Smith.
backup quarterback.
I thought I thought
I
I
was
thought
going
Geno,
there next.
I thought Geno Smith was going to play in the game, but Drew Lock ended up playing, and Drew Lock beat the Eagles. So I can't say the Eagles are better than the Lions at all. Now I know the Lions won against Denver. I know Dallas lost to Buffalo on the road. If you want to make an argument of Dallas being better than Detroit or vice versa, we can have a good friendly debate, and I
We can
don't
have a
mind that
debate
at
about it, but
all.
we talking about right now.
No,
Week
I know,
15 going
I
into
know,
week 16. That's
I
what
know,
we talking about right now.
I know, I know, I know, I know. But what I'm saying is, if you want to have a debate about that, that's fine. We can talk about it.
You're gonna lose.
We can have a good debate over it.
You're gonna
But
lose.
as far as Philadelphia, no. And like Carl Stewart says right here, Eagles got some serious issues right now. That game shouldn't have been close
At all.
But I mean, yeah, but Seattle did it with a backup quarterback.
That's embarrassing.
They did it with a backup quarterback, and it's not like Geno Smith. Geno Smith is much better. He just had a hot year last year. He had a hot year last year.
You said Jalen Hurts.
Oh, Jalen Hurts.
But to clarify what I'm saying, because people speak without thinking. The thing is, we talking about this week, 15 going into 16. The Detroit Lions are better than the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys this week. Now, I do understand that the the Dallas Cowboys do have to play the Lions. The Lions have to travel to Dallas, where Dallas is invincible at home. But here's the problem. Dallas going to go on the road the whole playoffs. If they get lucky, they'll get to host a wild card round. And after that, they on the road. And what does their road record say? I rest my case. I don't think I need to say anything more. Now, when the Lions play the Cowboys, and the Cowboys, if the Cowboys beat the Lions, which there's a high probability that they will because they be at home, because Dallas is damn near invincible at home, then you can make your case. But as of right now, week 15 going into week 16, hold on, let me finish my statement.
Hold on, ask you a quick question.
Into week 16, let me finish. I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to finish my statement. From week 15 going into week 16 right now, the Detroit Lions are better than the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Bottom line, your two top teams in the NFC East got embarrassed week 15. They were the poster children for embarrassment. Now you can ask your question.
I was going to say he wants to come on the show. You want him on?
He can come on the show if he want to. He better not come with that foolishness. He's going to get ethered.
All right, here we go. Hold on.
Because it's sex over feelings over here, baby.
Hold on.
And we still doing our lineup. So.
Yeah, I know.
So bottom line, moving forward, we covering our top. Where's Steve? We still waiting on Steve, but we doing our top 5 at week 15.
Yeah. Steve is trying to. Okay. Steve needs to connect his mic and cam before I can add him into the stream.
But
okay. He's got a reboot.
Okay. Yeah, he said he has a reboot. So we're having technical difficulties, but
he's having technical difficulties.
But bottom line, right now, the strength of the NFL right now is mostly in the AFC.
Definitely.
Because they're still beating the hell out of each other right now. Because there's still questions to be had about Kansas City and what I get into a thought, and you want to give me a timeout. What?
What? My hey! Look, I'm trying to do this thing, man.
I'm trying to make a statement and you stopping me in the middle of a statement.
My bad, man. I'm just trying to.
What is it?
I'm trying to get dude on the show now. He's in the green room.
Who?
Vance.
Oh my goodness. No, don't put him on the show right now. He can come on next week. We got too much to cover. He can
Let's
come on next
go.
week and he can get Ethan next week. No, get out of here. We ain't got time for that. We got too much of a slate to cover. We still got to cover the MVP race. We still have to cover the top 15, and then we still got to do picks. I'm not finna go back and forth. Right, not right now. I'll make time for him next week for sure. Absolutely. But not this week. No. So but talking about the AFC, going back into our regularly scheduled program. Going back to the AFC, we're talking about what's going on. You have some teams that are in AFC that are kind of like right there, but they're not quite passing the smell test, if you understand what I mean. Okay.
Okay.
The smell test is not getting passed. Kansas City, you got Pat Mahomes, who we know what Pat Mahomes is. He's a fantastic player, but those Kadarius Toney, and we said this off the air. Kadarius Toney is the defensive MVP for at least 3 or 4 teams that Kansas City has played this year.
Yeah, the man is playing defensive back.
He has single-handedly taken games from Kansas City with either drops, lining up off sides, whatever.
Cornerback.
Way off sides. So yeah, if we don't have all these drops that Kansas City's have, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to fix this because it's a mental thing. They got to get out of their own way. They got to get out of their own way. That's going to be an issue moving forward. It can't be all Travis Kelce. It cannot be Mahomes Kelce the whole time. We can't, and we cannot. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I absolutely positively mean this. We cannot, if you're a Kansas City fan, have Taylor Swift on the TV every doggone time Kelce gets a target. I am so sick and tired, and this is a little bit off on a tangent, but I'm so sick and tired of seeing Taylor Swift bent butter knife looking self up in the press box every single time Kelce gets a target. We don't care. These guys are all in the NFL. They all got girlfriends. We don't need to show them. We don't. Not that much. Taylor Swift's at the game. Cool. Show her one time. Let's get to the game. Okay. KC's trying to make another run. And it's looking like if this trend continues, KC's going to do something they haven't had to do in the last 3 years. And you know what that is?
What's that?
Playing on the road in the playoffs.
Uh-oh.
Because that's what I mean by just right there, but not quite there. That's a problem. Because we have now, that's not to say they can't go on the road and be dominant, but have they shown us dominance at all this year?
Not really, no. I mean, the defense is pretty good.
The defense is fantastic. Way better than it has been in the past.
Right. But it's not fantastic.
Better, but it's not fantastic. And guess what? Just like the caption says below my picture, you got to pack your defense and your running game. Now, they got the running game. The defense is decent. But we're going to see because it's some strange things happening in the AFC. The Buffalo Bills, which brings me to my next topic. The Buffalo Bills. We almost threw dirt on them midway through the season, did we not?
Yeah, no, we did. Seriously.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a point, when we because I forgot who Buffalo played, and we was like, well, this is when Buffalo had lost, we was like,
that's it.
No, we had said these two franchises are going opposite directions. We said I forgot who they lost to, but we said Buffalo was trending downward, and the other team who had beat them was trending upward. And but now they fired Ken Dorsey and made Joe Brady the offensive coordinator. Joe Brady just like a genius, man.
That was
He's
addition by
he
subtraction.
he was looking like a genius. I mean, for Josh Allen to only have completed 7 passes and win this game, I mean,
Convincing.
yeah, convincingly. And look, I gotta blame both Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn for not adjusting at all in this game. I know. We could sit here and say, well, the defensive line got blown off the ball. The linebackers got pushed back into the secondary. This, that, and third. That's on Dan Quinn for being stubborn. You went up against what is called in football heavy personnel packages. So heavy personnel packages would be 22 personnel, which is in 22. The first number is how many running backs on the field. The second number is how many tight ends on the field. So two running backs, two tight ends, and they also went what is called 22 jumbo, which they make one of the offensive linemen a tight end, which means you have 6 offensive linemen on the field. So they go big personnel packages. Meanwhile, Dan Quinn wants to sit here and stay in nickel package, which is a small package where you have 4 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, and either 3 safeties or 3 corners to make it a nickel package. And our linebackers are small anyway, especially Marquise Bell weighing 210 pounds.
Florida
So
A&M University. Yeah, he's
yeah, for FAMU,
formerly
yeah,
a safety.
yeah, he's really a safety,
His,
but he
his, his
wanted to play
coach is
linebacker.
formerly, yeah.
He wanted to play linebacker because Overshawn got injured, and so Dan Quinn was too stubborn to sit here and say, okay, maybe I need to go to a base 4-3, a base 3-4, or even go heavy on defense and say, let me go old school bare 46 front and let's take care of this. But made no adjustments whatsoever. On the offense side of the ball, I put this on Mike McCarthy for not making adjustments. You was going to a hostile environment. If you was concerned about the cadence, then you should have came up. Then y'all should have been working on a silent count during the week to still do everything that you want to do offensively. You went back to a stale offense that you ran before the bye week when you lost to teams like San Francisco and Arizona, and then when you run that stale offense, you wonder why you lose. But when you do all the motions and shifts you need to be doing, you're winning. So which one is it going to be? Are you going to go? Are you going to go? Are you going to be in a stale offense? Because you go to Miami this weekend. You go to Miami this weekend. Are you going to run the stale offense again because you're on the road and you worry about some cadence, or are you going to make adjustment and come up with a silent count for them to be effective on offense? Dan Quinn, Mike McDaniel is smart as MF out there. Okay, he is, and as fast.
He's more aggressive as
Hold on.
well.
As fast as those receivers are, they really line up in 21 and 12 personnel as well, packages as well. So they're gonna run down your throat unless you match it. You're gonna have to match Miami this week if they go big on you.
The
Make
thing
your
is,
adjustments, or we're gonna be one and done in the playoffs again.
the thing is that it's a and this is not me bashing, but it's the truth. It's a culture thing in Dallas. It's a hubris that's there to not make any adjustments when you're down 21-3 at the half and all they've done is run the ball and dared you to stop it. That's hubris. That's part of the culture there.
Hey,
That's like, oh, we just gonna line up, we gonna put on our uniforms and we supposed to win because we them boys.
hey.
And it doesn't work that way.
Actually, let me do you one better. Why wait till 21-3 halftime? You guys,
Absolutely. No, you're right.
you guys should be seeing that stuff on film. That's why they have these little tablets. It's for y'all to be watching film during the game and
Well,
making
actually,
adjustments.
it's for Brandon Staley to update his resume. Ron Rivera's going to do the same thing. They
No,
got
no,
their
no.
tablets. It's hooked up to the internet. They can go ahead and update their profile on LinkedIn and go ahead and get the job search going. Because right before the half, that's what Brandon Staley was doing a couple of weeks ago. Ron Rivera's probably going to be doing that sometime this week too. So yeah,
Well, what I'm saying is You should have been making the adjustment. You can sit there and look on film saying, hey, these guys are going big personnel package. Let's make an adjustment. Hey, guys, this is what we plan on doing. We're going to go 4-3. I want this guy out here. I want that guy out here. I want this guy line up here. Or go 3-4. Or like I said, go old school Bears 46 front. I mean, that's stuff is available, man. To not make that kind of adjustment is pathetic. For Mike McCarthy not to be prepared for this game is pathetic.
Yeah, and it goes into, once again, talking about the mental toughness of the team. It is one of two things that's going on there, and it could be a little bit of both depending on the players and the coaches. But it's an issue of, one is hubris. We're so good, can't nobody stop us. We don't have to do anything extra to win. Or it's, oh my God, we're on the road. It's a hostile environment. Oh, it rained before the game, even though it didn't rain during the game. What are we going to do? And that's the thing. Is like, Michael Parsons did his podcast, and he's like, oh, the media hates us and this, that. And I'm like, hey, man, here's some cheese. But to go with the wine. But for those y'all too slow to catch that. But basically the whole thing is, it's like, stop talking about or making excuses. What gamers do and what they say is, hey, we weren't at our best. We gonna have to turn it up, and that's it. Buffalo played a great game, or whoever beat you, And even when you win, your statement should be, because remember I said a couple of weeks ago, I said great teams is really about what happens not just after a big loss, but how do you respond after a big win?
Right.
Remember I said that? That's that mental culture in a locker room. It's like, oh, we just beat up on the Eagles. Now, yeah, we gonna go and do this. And it's like, you didn't make the preparations, because this other team over here, they are caged, cornered, wounded animal. The Buffalo Bills were, because they this far away from not making the playoffs. So they dangerous. They are dangerous. They caged and cornered in their own den, in their own cave. So they gonna come out swinging.
Yes.
And that was the difference in that game. And again, good teams, great teams, I'm not good, great teams respond not only after big losses, but how well they respond after big wins.
Yes.
Because those big wins can put you in a headspace where you're not ready to play the next game, and somebody come in and punch you in the mouth. Like DeMarcus Lawrence said, we punch people in the mouth and we knock them down and we hit them again and again and we do that and did it. Okay, great. You did that. On to the next week. Okay, focus on next week. You still high off of whooping the Eagles, who we already identified as frauds. Okay, because I'm not ready. I'm going to go on a limb, because I don't want to jump back on the Eagles, but I'm going to go on a limb here. They may lose one of those games to the Giants.
It wouldn't surprise me either.
They may lose to the Cardinals. It's possible. I ain't say it's going to definitely happen, but it's possible.
Hey, and guess what? Jonathan Gannon, who's the head coach of the Cardinals, was the GC for Philadelphia last year.
Come on. Thank you for that fact. Thank you. I knew you was going to catch my alley-oop and dunk it. He knows those players.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, it's how you respond. Right now, the Eagles are not responding. We're talking about these teams, these big-time wins and losses that happened this week. The Eagles are not responding. You got your skull beat in by San Francisco in your house, no less.
Hey.
You got your skull beat in by the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
Then you turn around and you play the Seattle Seahawks, who are unadulterated trash. I don't care what you say.
And they did it for backup quarterback. And I tell you what,
with Giants, backup quarterback.
The Giants got a backup quarterback in there. He has nothing to lose.
Hey, man, he got the mafia on his side. I'm joking.
Tommy, hey, listen.
Come on.
I'm joking.
Tommy DeVito has nothing to lose, man. If Tommy DeVito goes in there, win or lose, and have a big game,
and could
you imagine that?
Yes.
Tommy DeVito?
It wouldn't shock me.
It
It
wouldn't
would
shock
not
me
shock me
either.
because this Eagles defense is an illusion.
And and,
It's an
and,
illusion.
and to sit there and make a desperate change in the middle of the season, this late in the season, talking about some Sean Desai's no longer calling plays. It's on Matt
Baby,
Patricia.
baby, it's almost Christmas. What you doing?
And Matt Patricia just got there this year. I didn't even know he was on staff in Philadelphia
When that news broke last week,
this past Sunday.
I was literally like, shout out Nick Nack Paddywhack on Instagram. Oh no, baby, what is you doing, baby? Oh no. I was literally like, you gonna switch, you gonna switch to oh baby, that's a nasty swiggle, baby. No, I was ready. That's what I was saying when they made that change that late in the season.
That late in the season?
Matt Patricia. First of all, let's talk about one thing. I know y'all gonna be like, what? Y'all know that the play card is laminated. Why this man got a pencil? I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person that notices stuff like that. You got a pencil and a laminated play card. I have no confidence in you. Because if I give you a crayon, you might eat it. I'm serious. Like, bruh. Come on, man. Bruh. Yeah. And he did a couple of little things in the game. It wasn't great.
Eat the crown.
Eat the crayon. He said the red ones taste the best.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but
let me ask you a question. Wait. Does he eat paste?
I don't know. You know, I heard they roll it in a little ball and make little dough balls out of it. That's how he was calling defense that week. I'm just saying. But I digress. Going from the big losses to the big wins, man. Jake Brown is something serious, ain't it?
Look,
Cincinnati.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. These backup quarterbacks are trying to make a case for themselves. These backup quarterbacks, and guess what? Joe Flacco,
man. He's solid.
Hey, listen. I know Joe Flacco's a veteran. He's been to the Super Bowl and everything. This man said, "I'm not retiring yet."
Joe Flacco.
Listen,
he's something, ain't it?
Can I say something? This offseason is going to be hot for quarterbacks. It's going to be hot for quarterbacks because, I mean, you got the draft, and then you got whoever might be a free agent. And if you think that one of these backups are good enough to be a starter, how you bringing them? How you going to try to bring them to your roster?
And how you going to get out from under bad contracts? That's going to be a topic for later on down the line.
Well, right.
We talked about
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Giants can't get up. I mean, they can. You know, you can always cut somebody, but right now it's not feasible to cut them because I've already seen Daniel Jones' contract, and this year is not the year to cut him. You can if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. Because I mean, you can cut anybody you want to. If the Cowboys can cut Dak Prescott if they want to. I wouldn't recommend it because of the contract.
I wouldn't.
But
I wouldn't. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. This is a contract year, right?
No, he has one more year.
Okay, so honestly, this is a prove it year. The next year is a prove it year. If he can at least do what he's doing right now, he deserves another deal. I don't know how much, but he deserves another deal. He's kind of stepping out of that. Even if he doesn't win MVP, this is still a successful year. Yeah, even if they don't, even if they one and done. This is a successful year for Dak Prescott.
Big time, man. He had a great year.
Yeah.
He's doing well. I mean, looking at the market, what QBs are getting paid, he's balling, man. I mean, behind Brock Purdy, he's probably number 2, number 3 MVP candidate, man. He deserves his cash. Like he's playing great, man. He's playing great.
He really is. He really is. And this is his best season ever.
Listen, we not running the ball well for the first time in a long time.
Facts.
We're winning games with his arm and defense, man. He's doing good. He's doing good.
Yeah. So I just, and everybody knows that I'm a quote unquote infamous Cowboy hater, but I keep it 100. I don't let my biases, cloud or dilute my analysis. And Dak Prescott is probably having one of the best seasons of his career right now. And You know,
The
I
best.
included.
The best.
I felt some type of way when Cam Newton said he was a game manager too. Only problem is he went out there and didn't do a whole lot against Buffalo, which has a depleted defense outside of their pass rush. You know, I'm just like, dang. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, last week I picked Dallas to go into Buffalo and win in Buffalo, and I'm just like, what the hell, you know? So
now, like I said though, I put that more on McCarthy and Quinn than I do Dak.
and that's a problem. That's a problem when you can't scheme your way around something where you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the run is coming and you can't stop it. That's a problem, man.
Yeah, but
That's a big. And you got all
like
your
I said,
horses.
Yeah.
like I said, yeah, okay, you know the run is coming. It's not even so much of knowing that the run is coming. God, what the heck is going on out there? Anyway, um, you I said a few minutes ago, they line up in big personnel packages. You fail to match that. You want to keep going small package on nickel. Make the adjustment.
You
It's not
cannot
that
win
hard
a
to make an
monster truck
adjustment.
rally.
It
You
is
can't
not
win
that
a
hard to
monster
make
truck
an
rally
adjustment.
with a Toyota Corolla.
You said
You
what?
can't. You can't win a monster truck rally with a Toyota Corolla.
I know, but make that adjustment. You can't. I need. We're gonna line them like this. I need this player in this gap. I need you to do this. This is gonna be your assignment. We're going. This how we go.
Yeah. Well,
Ain't no way in the world you one of the highest paid defensive coordinators in the league at $3 million a year,
and a
and
head coaching candidate.
head coach candidate, you can't make that kind of adjustment.
So let's.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I love Dan Quinn. I love what he's done these last 3 years. Okay, he is a major significant upgrade over Mike Nolan from 2020. Okay, we
Okay.
are
Yes.
we are number one in the league over 3 year span and creating turnovers, whether it's interceptions or fumble recoveries. But you gotta make that simple adjustment. You're going to see it again from Miami, I promise you, and you're gonna see it from Detroit, I promise you. Make that adjustment.
So moving on, talking about that, since we got Steve on here, and there's a segment that we're gonna do. We're gonna new thing that we're starting. Make sure you subscribe if you hadn't subscribed already. But at week 5, we pick our top 5 teams. At week 10, we pick our top 10 teams, and at week 15, we go back to 5. Now next year, it'll be top 15 at 5, top 10 at 10, top 5 at 15. So we're on our last segment of the season, and we're picking our top. This is like a power ranking. This is our top 5 teams after week 15. Okay, so we always go around the screen and we basically go with our number 5 all the way up to our number 1, and this is based on what we've seen this season all the way up to week 15. So I won't go first. I think I went first on week 10. So I'll go second. Brandon, you can go first.
All right. My number 5 is Detroit Lions. That's a good team. That is a very, very good team. They are physical. They beat Denver, who's creeping on the come up, who I believe they're gonna be a dangerous team next year. And if Kansas City don't get it together, Denver could be winning that division next year. Like I said, they rebounded because they were struggling for a month. They lost a couple games. They struggled to win a few games, but that's a very good win. They beating the Denver Broncos. We'll see what happens moving forward these last 3 weeks of the season.
All right. So yeah.
I was going to say we got number 5.
Yeah, my number 5 is the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
Okay. Because and this is a fallout from how bad the Eagles are. I think the Dallas Cowboys can probably win this division, even though the percentage of their chances is low. I really, really feel like the Eagles are going to drop a game against one of these tomato can teams. They're playing 3 tomato cans. Okay.
2. 1 2 times.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, right. Yeah, there's a sandwich. Yeah. So yeah, you play.
It is a sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, it's a sandwich. Yeah, it's a
It
tomato
really
sandwich.
is.
It's a tomato sandwich. Yeah. So they're playing a tomato sandwich these last 3 games, and realistically, there's no excuse they shouldn't win these games.
Yeah.
You're playing the Arizona Cardinals, who the 49ers put 45 points on. You're playing the Giants, who Dallas and San Fran have both demolished. Dallas did it twice, but the issue is you lost to the Seahawks, who, I'm sorry, they're not that good of a team. I'm sorry, it's just not.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress. Dallas has the advantage of playing the Detroit Lions at home. If that game was in Detroit, that might actually be a stone cold lock in favor of Detroit. But Dallas plays Detroit at home. That's one of their toughest games coming up. That's where the rubber. It's not even the Miami game. The rubber meets the road when they play Detroit, because that's who you're gonna probably have to see in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, Miami has the ability to run the ball and so on so forth. But as of right now, I'm penciling Dallas is still a top 5 team because, again, what I said earlier in this broadcast, Dak Prescott is playing the best football of his career right now.
Man.
And now we're going to have to see if he can elevate this team, put this team on his back, despite the inadequacies against the run, despite the fact that Deron Bland cannot cover man-to-man, and you got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Despite all of that, they're penciled in. I sat my pen down. I picked up a pencil. Dallas. I'm not sleeping on the Dallas Cowboys. Now there's some teams that just flat out they're not going to beat the 49ers in the playoffs. A healthy Dallas team versus a healthy 49ers team on the moon. San Fran wins that game. But bottom line right now, they got a chance to prove themselves to be who they say they are, and that's them boys. So right now, my number 5 is the Dallas Cowboys.
Steve, who's your number 5?
Yeah. I got Dallas barely being number 5.
I'm counting. Yeah.
Barely being there, but I got them there. I don't have Detroit there. Detroit's schedule it's just been weak. They've been doing really well compared to the past, but I got Dallas barely at number 5. So yeah.
Okay.
All right, number 4.
Number 4, I have Miami.
Okay.
They have a great record. They just struggle to beat winning teams. We'll see what they do against Dallas this weekend. I gotta see how Dallas respond. But Mike McDaniel got Tua in that MVP race. Now he's not top 2 in my opinion, but he's definitely in that MVP race. So that's a great offense. That's a high flying offense, man. They rack up points like crazy. Even Tyreek Hill was in the MVP race as well. I don't know if he still is or not, but if he gets back out there, he still has a shot at getting 2,000 yards receiving.
My number 4 is the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
I'm with you on that, and not just because of the speed of these receivers and Tua being able to throw it all over yard. Nobody is paying attention to how well Miami can run the ball.
Yeah. A-Chain,
Raheem the Dream Mostert has 20 touchdowns. He's tied with Christian McCaffrey, for crying out loud. Okay? Nobody's paying attention to that.
Nope.
And it's like, oh my God, he's a cast off from San Francisco. And what did Mike McDaniel do? Everybody who's a cast off from San Francisco winds up in Miami. They are literally San Francisco West. They run the same scheme.
San Francisco Southeast.
They just got southeast, south, whatever you want to call them, east, whatever. But basically, they are a faster version of the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah,
49ers,
they are. No, they are. That's a track team.
Physical. San Francisco's more physical. We're gonna like that, and basically Miami's like, we're gonna do that to you, and you're gonna be dizzy. So, but what you left out when you in your analysis of Miami is we forget how much this defense has improved throughout the season for Miami.
Vic Fangio.
That's the thing. Now, why do I have them this low? Because they got to show me against a quality opponent, and it's going to happen this week. I'm going to go more into that with my picks because this game has a lot of implications with it.
Yes, it does.
So I'm going to leave that alone so we can finish this countdown. All right?
Number
Steve.
3. Oh, sorry, Steve. Go ahead. Number 4. I'm sorry.
Number 4. So it's a toss-up. I'll name one team. I'm going to have to say I got to give 2 here. I'm torn between the 2. And we'll say 4A, 4B. That's Buffalo and Kansas City.
Gun to your head. Gun to your head, Steve.
I can't. I'm dead. I'm done. I died.
If someone had a briefcase full of cash, $1 million cash, who are you choosing?
I'm broke because I'm torn between the 2.
You talking about you broke? I said if someone came to you with a briefcase full of cash, $1 million cash, and gave it to you,
I heard
$1 million.
You gotta make a decision.
I heard you clearly. What I'm saying is, I'm torn between the Bills and the Chiefs for number 4. I think they're both really good teams. I think their playoff mode, they move different than they have in the regular season, and they're just playoffs come, they're going to be a problem. So it's like a legit tie for me for number 3. 2-1 is clear. Well, sorry, 4. 3, 2-1 is clear, but for 4 is the Bills tied with
the Chiefs. Okay.
This is where I am.
Now, that's funny because I had the Bills kind of I had to put a gun to my head and down the line. And it sounds crazy because the Bills beat Dallas.
Right.
Bills and Dallas were tied for my number 5.
But I can't bet against KC in the playoffs, man. I can't do it because playoff mode teams act different, man. They prepare different. Their coaches,
hey, listen. I get it because Andy Reid's the head coach. He's been there so many times, so nothing's new to him. Same thing for Patrick Mahomes. My problem with Kansas City is the receivers, especially Kadarius Toney. That's my problem, man. Because outside of Kelsey, who's going to catch that football?
But like last year, knowing KC, they figure it out all the time in the playoffs.
Well, they better figure it out fast.
They do their thing. I cannot bet against them. I can't.
No, I get it. But I said on the show last week or 2 weeks ago, bringing Jarvis Landry who can catch. I know he's not fast, but he can at least catch the ball. Yeah. Or bringing T.Y. Hilton who can catch the ball. Yeah. I'm not saying make them a true anchor wide receiver because they're not that anymore. But at least bring them in so they can catch a few passes and keep the chains moving and maybe catch a touchdown pass. Something. Because right now, no one's catching the ball. Kadarius Toney plays cornerback for the opposite team, but he still wears a Kansas City Chiefs jersey.
Get out of here.
He does play cornerback. He played cornerback 2 weeks ago. He's trying to be like
he's single-handedly facilitated.
He's trying to be like Troy Brown, who played wide receiver and cornerback for the New England Patriots. He's trying to play. He's playing cornerback.
Brandon crazy, man.
He don't play wide receiver anymore. The man said, "Hey, I'm playing cornerback now. I'm on your team, but I'm still wearing this Kansas City Chiefs jersey. Y'all gonna pay me. Y'all gonna pay me on top of what I'm getting paid. You just gonna pay me underneath the table."
Let's move on, gentlemen. Number three, Brandon.
Number 3. I know this is gonna be shocking, but it's Dallas. I know. But
Whoa. Okay.
I still, I,
Oh,
I still can't take away from. I know, but
Okay.
I got my number three. I still can't take away from the other victories. I know it's not the best of best teams, but I still got my number three.
Okay.
E.
okay. My number 3 team is the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Uh,
Whoa.
yeah,
I'm not
What?
surprised you said that.
Wait. What?
I'm not
yeah.
surprised you said that.
My number 3 team is the Detroit Lions. They're the
Oh,
number 2
oh
seed
my God.
in the NFC
In
right now.
NFC or NFL? NFC or NFL?
In the NFC right now. Or you
NFC.
saying for my top? You saying for my top 5 on the NFL overall? Yes, that's what that is. I have Detroit right now. I do.
Actually, E.
Wow.
Can I be honest with you?
That's crazy.
Dallas
Yeah.
is
That's
Dallas,
crazy. That's
Dallas number 2
E.
seed.
That's crazy right there.
Until okay, again, this is fluid. This is right now.
No.
Because a lot of this can change after this week coming.
So you think they're better than Dallas?
Yo,
Listen, E.
they pack a defense in a running game when they go on the road.
Listen, but I'm just saying Dallas has number 2 seed.
Dallas is a 2 seed now.
Yes,
Detroit
is number 3. I'm looking at it.
That's crazy.
They have
Okay.
a match. Okay, because there's no tiebreakers. Okay.
That's crazy, man.
What?
Okay.
Have you actually sat down and watched this team play?
I have.
Who?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
Detroit.
thing.
Okay.
I watched both teams. I watched both teams
They
play,
think who won't make the playoffs.
and there's a lot of
several more than one.
And Dallas has made their bones off of teams that ain't gonna make the playoffs. So that's a moot point.
No. You can name one. That's Arizona. Who we lose to? That's not gonna make it.
Oh, you said lose to?
Yeah. Who did we lose to that's not gonna make it besides the Cardinals?
Maybe Buffalo may make it.
They're gonna make it. We know they're gonna make it.
But
you guys will make it. Eagles will make it. The Bills will make it. But okay.
But again, going back to it, and that's happened way back in week 1, and I can't stand people that say,
"Week 1."
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do me. Don't do me. You gonna get a chance to speak. Don't do me. Let me say my piece. Okay, don't do it. Don't do that. Because people say ancient history, but this is a team that basically, beat your number 14, which is Super Bowl champions, Kansas City, in KC.
Oh my God.
Okay, so where are Dallas's quality wins? Because you can't count Philadelphia anymore because we know they frauds. I'll wait.
Now,
I'll wait. Ask that question.
Brandon, I got
We've had this debate before.
So when the team wins a chip in February, they're a different team 8 months later.
You're still the defending champs because you mark my words right now. If the Dallas Cowboys was to somehow miraculously win the Super Bowl, the next season start, that y'all gonna be saying we're the defending champs.
Let me finish. They won it in February. They're a different team 8 months later. Different coordinator, different personnel. It's damn near preseason week 6 to be completely honest with week 1, right?
You are still the defending champs. Is that not a fact?
You're right.
Okay. I rest my case.
You're right.
You damn right I'm right.
E. I believe you and I agreed either last week or a couple weeks on the show that you're no longer the same team after Thanksgiving, after week 12, that you are in the beginning of the season.
You're not the same team in February than you are in September.
Okay. So I'm gonna just put it like this. At least I'm able to actually give 5 teams and not do the wishy-washy stuff and have teams tied in one spot. So don't do me. This is my countdown for week 15. Okay. Now, and I also qualified it with a lot of stuff can change just after this coming week. A lot of stuff can change. You come back and ask me a week from today, I'm gonna be like, no. Or I'm gonna be like, see, it could be that. Okay. But I can tell you right now, Detroit's never been skull drugged by anybody. Not that I can remember. I got to go back and look.
They didn't
I got to go back and look at that schedule, but I don't think Detroit ain't never lost by 32 points to nobody. Detroit ain't never been dominated by anybody. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, they have.
Who?
The Bears, the Saints, two teams who will not make the playoffs.
I keep where's going. The domination?
The Packers, they won't make it.
Wait, no. Wait, where's the domination? I see 33-28.
The Ravens, 38-6. Is that domination? Yes or no?
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. But the Cowboys have been dominated twice, including this past week. So
that's true.
Yes. So yes. Okay, so that shop closed. Out of business. That is.
Look at who you lost.
Everything you got, I got a rebuttal to.
Let me speak.
Just know that I got an extra can of rebuttal.
No, but let me speak. Our losses are from playoff teams minus the Cardinals. The Lions lost to many teams who will not make the playoffs. Is that a fact?
Those teams have been eliminated.
That's what I'm saying.
When so they got Detroit lost to the Ravens, man, shut up. You don't put that up there. That's a team that's literally going to be the 1 seed in the AFC. You're not making any points. You're not helping your
Lions lost to the Seahawks.
Man, shut up.
Lions lost to the Seahawks.
They lost to
some teams who are. They lost to more teams who are good than we did. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know how they're better.
Okay,
that's just my thing. But go ahead, my bad.
Okay,
okay, my bad.
I'm not going to be moved on this, Nadine. I'm not going to be moved on this. So what you saying carries no weight with me at this particular juncture. Now, like I said, what I said, it could change. It's fluid. So if the Lions go into Valley Ranch or wherever the hell it is y'all play, and the Cowboys beat the Lions, which it could happen, then okay. Ain't gonna be no, Eric, we told you, because I'm saying it right now on December 19th. I'm saying it right now. It could change. But as of right now, not down the road, right now, that's who I got for my number 3. That's it. Let's move on.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah, who's your number 3?
Number 3, I got Miami, man.
Okay.
I got Miami number 3. They've been pretty consistent. A lot of weapons, man. They've been doing it. They're number 3 for me. They got it.
All right.
Number 2.
Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
Baltimore just good, man. That's you change offensive coordinators, and Lamar Jackson, it looks like a legitimate pocket passing quarterback. Something that somebody else need to do, but I'm not going to get into all that. Yeah, that's a different team, and I said it weeks ago. Lamar Jackson being a pocket passing quarterback is scary now, and good luck to a lot of teams in the AFC moving forward. Not just this year, but moving forward.
Man, he's been balling, dude. He's been balling, man.
Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna hijack you, Pando. I got the same number 2, man. I got the Ravens.
I have the same number 2 as well.
Yeah. I got the Ravens, man. They've been consistent. Now playoffs is different. We'll see what happens, but right now, they've been doing the damn thing, man.
They really have.
So here's the thing with the Baltimore Ravens, and piggybacking on what Brandon said, Lamar Jackson in his different offense is an alien. He is not of this world. Bottom line. And the thing about that is, to go with that, we also have the best defense in the league right now. In terms of points, they are number 1. Okay, that's an issue. Okay. The Ravens, I don't think they're gonna get moved off of. Excuse me. I don't think they're gonna get moved off of that number 1 spot anytime soon. They run the ball well.
Yes.
They defend well.
Yes.
But the linebackers and their safeties are really the key cogs to that defense. Whereas,
Mhm.
like for example, if you use San Francisco, the key cogs to their defense is the linebackers and the D line. Whereas in Baltimore, it's the linebackers and the safeties, and they fly around and they make plays. Kyle Hamilton's incredible.
Yes.
Roquan Smith is who he was drafted to be.
Yes.
And then again, Lamar Jackson's is they get some plays get made on them sometimes on defense, but the equalizer is Lamar Jackson. Because I mean, if you saw the pass to Isaiah Likely, is that his name, Isaiah Likely, the tight end? This guy's a backup tight end, but it was crazy how many sacks that Lamar Jackson avoided. And in the past, he would have just took off running, but he still looked downfield and connected on this pass. Yeah, I mean, he's incredible. He's elevated his game each year. And with the disappearance, when they made Greg Roman disappear in Baltimore, and they brought in a better offensive coordinator, we're seeing this team actually be who they could be. The issue is though, it's not an issue. Excuse me, I said that wrong. Another thing, if you play them tight, you got the best kicker in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a 2-point game, hell, all they got to do is get to the 40. If that, game over.
You remember 2 years ago, he set the record for longest field goal.
Yes,
like 56-yard field goal against Detroit.
Yes,
now hit the crossbar and went over, but still.
Yes, so. But yeah, man. I mean, yeah, the Ravens. I think that's our only unanimous consensus pick on this. Well, I'm sorry. I think we all had the same number one. But let's go on. Number one.
Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, man. They number one in the draft, but they gonna give that up too. Just like they give up games.
Nah,
they didn't gave that up to the Bears already.
I think we all agree San Fran right now is the best team.
Yeah, it is San Francisco.
The defense is.
Y'all know I wasn't serious.
Yeah, we know. The defense is otherworldly. Offense is crazy. Brock Purdy. What was the stat? The least amount of attempts with like the best like QBR percentage or something like that.
The lowest amount of attempts.
Right now, they're killing it, man.
They are. They really are.
I hate to say it, but I've never seen a team in the NFC just be so much more superior than other teams in the same conference.
Man,
they're killing it. I hate it. I hate it. But they got it right now for me.
Yeah, my number two is my number one is the San Francisco 49ers. Like I said, there are only two things that can stop the 49ers at this point is injuries and themselves. Honestly.
Yeah.
That's it. And like they had both defensive tackles out against Arizona. They're a tomato can, but they still managed to win this game by double digits. They played like absolute crap against the Seahawks 2 weeks ago and still won by double digits. They played terrible. Again, I mean, it was an awful game, out of character game, and still won the game. And so right now, the concern now is the injury bug is starting to bite and everything. So it's like that's the concern. If they can overcome that, then I mean, I don't see anybody in the NFC that can actually beat them unless, like I said, something crazy happens, like a bunch of injuries, which is what kept them out of the Super Bowl last year. With Brock Purdy going down, play number 7 in the game?
Yeah, I don't even think it was that. Guys were your 4th-string quarterback. I mean, come on. I mean, you got to a certain point with Jimmy G. You got to a certain point with Trey Lance. Brock Purdy started winning like crazy. Then he goes down, and the Eagles beat a 4th-string quarterback.
And I mean, you sit up and say not you guys, but people sitting up and saying it's like, well, and I'm gonna have to say this, but Nick Wright said this. He says, if you ask the 49er fan, would you rather have Christian McCaffrey or Brock Purdy? One of them two can't play, and you're going into a playoff game. Who would you rather take? And this fool said that Niners fans will say, give me CMC. and put Sam Darnold at quarterback. I don't
And
think there's a 49er fan worth his salt that would say that, because the reason why we have not won a Super Bowl in the last 4 years is because of quarterback play, not because of running back play. We got there without Christian McCaffrey. He is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. He is phenomenal. But we got there without him. If Brock Purdy's throwing that pass to Emmanuel Sanders in that Super Bowl, that game's over. It's not going to get overthrown. There's a lot of wide open plays, a lot of wide open passes that would just overlook because Jimmy Garoppolo does not know how to read the field. And he elevates the team by making plays, some of them schemed, but a lot of them off schedule that Jimmy Garoppolo could never make. So I just, when they talk about that and why he's quote unquote not MVP material, I'm like, miss me with that. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Right now, their toughest test of the entire season, in my opinion, is coming up this week against the Baltimore Ravens, which kind of segues into the picks. But right now, biggest baddest hog at the trough, like us country folk used to say.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so Pando's picks. Last week I was 11-5. I was 11-5 because Dallas let me down. Philly couldn't take care of sorry ass Seattle, and Carolina shocked me.
Yeah, they shocked me too. I was like, huh? And the thing is, they had nobody in the stands.
Nobody was there to see them win.
They had like 20 or 30 people in the stands.
You could have sat what you wanted.
And they're selling tickets for $10.
You could have sat what you want. You could have came sat on the bench next to the players at that Carolina. But, and then Houston shocked the world too last week. No CJ Stroud still went out there and beat Tennessee.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was impressive. So,
yes.
Yeah, those are the games that are, and Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield starting that cycle. That Baker Mayfield cycle. He's at the top of that cycle right now. Oh, Baker Mayfield's great. Oh, yeah, he's fantastic. Let's pay him a whole bunch of money and keep him here. Oh, my God, what is he doing? Oh, my God, get him out of here. Somebody else signed him. Oh, Baker Mayfield's great. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's doing this. Oh, my God, did he just throw that? So, yeah, that's Baker Mayfield. He's at the top of the cycle right now. Okay, so going on to week 16, New Orleans is at the Rams. There are a lot of pick'em games, by the way, this week. The Rams are looking good. They probably still won't make the playoffs. Somebody gonna beat them before it's over and put them out. But I like the Rams over New Orleans right now. New Orleans has a ton of injuries. That's a problem. New Orleans going on the road. That's Donna doing his texting thing. Yeah. The Rams are they pretty good at home. So Matt Stafford hasn't thrown an interception in a while, which means he's probably gonna throw about 3 or 4 before the end of the season in one game. So I got the Rams right now winning that one. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Mason Rudolph is starting for Pittsburgh. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you my Stone Cold Lock of the Week. Okay. Cincinnati, Jake Browning is he's playing within the offense. He's not trying to overdo things. And he's got a whole host of weapons around him to help him out. Hey, man, we got your back. And he's making them believe that they can do some stuff.
Especially T. Higgins on that touchdown catch.
Let me tell you something. T. Higgins is going to command a lot of money next year.
He is.
He won't be in Cincinnati. Nope. But he's going to command a lot of money wherever he goes. Buffalo with the LA Chargers. Brandon Staley's gone. They have an interim head coach. Buffalo, again, is that caged, dangerous animal that's wounded. They finally realized that they could run the ball. What we've been saying for the longest, the running back room isn't bad. They just got to use them. That's the problem.
Good job, Joe Brady.
Yeah, Joe Brady is changing. That makes Buffalo more dangerous when they're balanced.
Yes.
So now that they have a credible running game, which we kind of knew they always had, they just didn't use it. They got a credible running game that opens up play action. a lot of other things for the offense, and it's going to allow Josh Allen to make some easier throws and not be forcing stuff downfield and throwing a bunch of dumb interceptions. The Chargers are reeling,
Yes.
so I like Buffalo to go in there and get the win on that one. Indianapolis at Atlanta. I like Indianapolis.
Yes.
Gardner Minshew is he's making some good decisions. A lot of people forget about Indianapolis' defense is pretty good. And Desmond Ritter, even though he's been benched, I don't even know who's starting at Atlanta for.
Yeah, he hasn't made a decision yet. I don't think.
I know he's been benched, but I don't know who they finna go with. I guess they're going with Taylor Heineke. Stranger things have happened because Taylor Heineke come in there just for one game only, like for one night only. Taylor Heineke come out there for one game only, throw for 300 yards on Indianapolis and win 36-6.
Yeah,
he would. Crazy like that.
He could.
It's something he's known for doing crazy stuff like that. So that one's a pick 'em, but I do have Indianapolis winning that one, going into Atlanta and winning that one. Seattle at Tennessee. I don't know who's worse. Will Levis is out in Tennessee. Drew Lock, as of right now, is showing that he can play a little bit. But, I mean, again, that's against the Eagles. That's not saying a whole lot. I mean, the Eagles, the way they're playing right now, every team that has beaten them has cheapened their win. It's cheap.
I think Seattle wins.
It's the Eagles. Yeah, so I got Seattle winning that one, going into Tennessee and winning that one. As long as they don't ask Jamal Adams to cover anyone.
Jamal Adams did not play this past week.
No, he didn't, and I think he's going to play this week as long as you keep him off the field and don't ask him to cover the hot dog guy. Don't ask him to cover the guy that drives a little cart around the field for other players. Don't ask him to cover any of those people. As long as you don't ask Jamal Adams,
have him blitz.
That's it.
He can blitz.
That's it. That's his one trick. But as long as they don't do that, I think Seattle can pull out this win against Tennessee. Detroit at Minnesota. Yeah, that's Detroit. I think Detroit is good. They stumbled for a little while. They're gonna get back on the train and
when they finally win that division, they're gonna
win the division. Yeah, they'll win the division.
Yeah, they're about to lock it up this week.
Yeah, I believe so.
They getting Garner Johnson back soon too.
And that's another thing that's pushing him into the playoffs, because even though he yaps a whole lot, chirps a bunch, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, when healthy, is a dangerous player because of his versatility. Mm-hmm. Washington versus the Jets. Remember we was talking about that Service Pro tablet and how you can link up to the internet? It's going to be a close game, but I kind of see Ron Rivera updating his account on LinkedIn. Now, Tristan believes that they not going to fire him to the end of the year, but I tell you what, the Jets are going to win this game, but if it's a blowout, I can see Ron Rivera out of there.
I agree.
So I got the Jets winning this one. The Jets are gonna just go out there and play really good defense. It might be a low scoring game, but I got the Jets winning this one.
Where's the game, real quick?
It's in New York.
Okay.
MetLife Stadium. Green Bay at Carolina. Let me tell you something. If Green Bay
here we go,
let Carolina beat them with them 4 people in the stands, sitting wherever, they're gonna be sitting on the bench next to the play. Hey man, you need to run this. I saw this on Madden. That's if Green Bay go in there and let Carolina beat them, they need to quit football for the year. Just forfeit your last 2 games. So yeah, I got Green Bay winning that one, and I'm trying not to pick on Carolina and make them my Stone Cold lock, because I made them my Stone Cold lock last week, and they said, F you, Eric, we gonna fix you. Cleveland,
man, you missed on 2 Stone Cold locks this year.
Yeah, one of them was Dallas and Arizona, and I have not picked Dallas again because of that, because they were supposed to run roughshod over Arizona. Cleveland at the Houston Texans. Reminds me I need to get out of town because I got to drive by the stadium to get out of town, because that traffic is a fool right there on 610. Cleveland at the Texans. I'm going against conventional wisdom here. This might be my upset special.
Whoa.
I like how
Oh,
The Texans are playing inspired football right now. They went out there and won on the road against a division rival who was mocking them wearing the old Houston Oilers uniforms. Because you basically mocking the whole city of syrup. You mocking all of Houston when you did that. I think that pushed them. They was like, oh no, we can't have this. But Houston's playing inspired football under D'Amico Ryans. I like them. I like them to pull out an upset, another late game upset. So I like Texas over Cleveland. If I don't get that one, hey, so sue me. I just like the way how inspired the intangible side of it. That's why I like Detroit so much. It's an intangible thing with Detroit that makes me like them so much. Same thing with the Houston Texans. Jacksonville versus the Fighting Baker Mayfields. I like Jacksonville to rebound. I mean, they ran into a buzzsaw with Baltimore.
Yeah, they did
last week. I mean, my God. Sunshine couldn't get it going. The defense played well, though. Jacksonville's defense as well as they could against Baker Mayfield. I mean, excuse me, Lamar Jackson. But I like Jacksonville to go to Tampa Bay. I mean, it's a bus ride, so I like them to go down there and handle business. Arizona versus Chicago. Chicago's defense is playing stronger than it has in the past. They kind of it's kind of late, but they're gelling.
No, they are. They really are. And Montez Sweat, I think, has 12 or 12 and a half sacks this season, quietly.
Mm-hmm. And this is me, because people say, well, he's a smart ass. He never admits he's wrong, and he never owns it. I was wrong about that contract for Montez Sweat.
Right.
I was wrong. Because I said they shouldn't have paid him this soon. They need to see what he going to do before they pay him. And I was wrong. They gave him that money, and he showed and proved.
Yes.
He has been showing improvement. Montez Sweat has been playing phenomenally. So I'll take the L on that one. I was wrong about that one. Okay?
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Kyler Murray throws 2 interceptions this game.
He threw 2 last week. He threw a pick 6 to the Niners. So,
yeah.
Well,
and we know the 49ers defense, though, man.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm a hard critic on my own team.
I know you are, but what I'm saying is I wouldn't be surprised if he throws 2 interceptions against Chicago.
Okay, so next game, I got Chicago beating Arizona. Next game, this is another pick 'em. The Dallas Cowboys travel down to Miami. Here's what we were talking about earlier, because I said I was going to get to this. This game has all the implications because this is a prove-it game for both teams, and here's what I mean. Miami has a reputation of beating teams with bad records. They're the AFC version of the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have a history of not playing well on the road, as we saw last week. Okay? Something got to give. This is the something got to give game. Okay? Miami's playing a team with a winning record. They're division leaders right now. Dallas is going on the road to a hostile environment. We need to see what's going to happen. This is the gotta watch game. Something has got to give in this game because both of them have been accused of the same thing, rightfully so. So something's got to give in this game. This is a pick'em game. This could go either way because we're going to find out what the Dallas Cowboys are really made of. Again, remember what I said. How well a great team responds is how well you respond after a big win and a big loss. So week 4 last, they had a big win. They did not respond well from that big win. How well are they going to respond from this big loss? So that's going to determine what they're made of. And if they're really a playoff caliber team. If they lose this game, they are a one and done team. They will beat whoever wins the NFC South in the wild card round and get skull drugged by whoever they play in the divisional round. Conversely, Miami's kind of the same way. They lose this game to Dallas, we gotta mark them pretenders. You gotta show us that you the big bad dogs. Okay, so gun to my head, I'm going with the Vegas favorite right now. Miami's like favorite right now. I think by 2 points. I think it's 2.5. I believe that's the line on the game.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's even at home.
Yeah. I think I don't know if they got the full 3 or not. Steve's the betting man. Steve will be able to know because he's the one that does the most betting, so he could tell the line. But I think it's I think it's a 3-point. I think it's they 3-point favorites. 2.5, 2.5, 3 points, something like that.
Wow.
So I'm going with the Vegas line because this could go either way. Because neither team has proven in this scenario what they can do. Uh, so New England at Denver. New England is not ready to go into Mile High after Denver then lost this game and Sean Payton then cussed out Russell Wilson in front of Sierra and everybody else in the world on national TV. Denver about to win this game. And not to mention that New England is dumpster juice. So I got Denver. That was almost my stone cold lock. Raiders at Chiefs. It is possible for Raiders to win this game, but I don't think they will. They gotta go to Arrowhead.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
And I think KC finds a way to win this, but it's not going to be like how it's been in the past, where KC just go out there and just run over. That's not going to happen because you know all bets are off in divisional games. And I think with the struggles at wide receiver, like we've already talked about, I don't see it being a runaway game. Kansas City wins by a score or two, maybe 10 points. Okay. New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. Just cancel the season if Philly loses this game.
Man.
Cancel the season. Forfeit your last 2 games. Just go ahead and go home, Philly, if you lose this game. You're at home. You're playing the Giants, who played a little bit better in recent weeks, but let's be real. You're defending NFC champions, even though you're kind of fraudish right now. So, yeah, I got Philly winning this game in a close one. Let's see how long if they can get a lead and hold a lead, because we saw what happened last week. Okay, this is my second game of the week. It's another pick 'em. This is the big one, Christmas night. The Baltimore Ravens go into Santa Clara to play the 49ers.
Oh, good. That's on Christmas. Yeah, that's right. That's on Christmas night.
Christmas
good.
night. Get your eggnog, all that stuff. Get Christmas cookies and kids playing with their toys.
Oh, I need to go get my eggnog, man.
So right now, Eric Armstead and Javon Hargrave are questionable. Nickelback Diamador Lenore is day to day. Who else is hurt? There's several players hurt on this 49ers defense. That's a problem. They allowed 234 yards against the dumpster juice Arizona Cardinals. Now you're probably saying, well, yeah, but the offense put up 40. They put up 38 points because one was a pick six, but they put up over 30 points. But Baltimore has one of the best defenses in the league. Everywhere that the 49ers are weak at this point, the Baltimore Ravens are strongest. The 49ers do not they don't handle mobile quarterbacks well, and you got the cream de la creme of mobile quarterbacks in Lamar Jackson. Mm-hmm. The 49ers offense likes to take advantage of the middle of the field for other teams. That works, but I don't think that's going to work against the Baltimore Ravens because that is their strength. The safety play and linebacker play is a strength. What does Baltimore do well? They run the ball. They run the ball. I'm not really that, their receivers are dangerous, but I'm not really that concerned about that as so much as their ability to run the ball. And San Francisco could possibly go in there deficient on the interior defensive line. If that happens, which we have no indication of whether Eric Armstead or Javon Hargrave will be back and 100%, I like Baltimore to go ahead and win this game. It'll be a hard-fought battle. Everybody who hates Brock Purdy is going to be like, see, I told you he's sorry. Whatever, okay? But because of these injuries, I like Baltimore to go in and beat the 49ers. 49ers, I think, are a 1.5 point favorite. It's a very close line.
This could be a Super Bowl game.
This could be the Super Bowl preview. But with these deficiencies they have due to injuries, the 49ers are going to have to play their absolute best game to this point this year.
Yep.
Up to this point, they got to play an even better game once the playoffs start, and then divisional round, the NFC Championship, and hopefully Super Bowl. But this has got to be their best game that they have ever played this season. Up to this point, if they plan on winning this game, because Baltimore ain't no joke. Exactly. They are not. They ain't no joke. I sat down and watched them the last couple of weeks, and I'm like, my God. You know, Brandon, I ain't got to tell you, you're a football coach. You scout. You go watch other teams. You've scouted other teams. Like, you sitting there going, oh, my God. Yeah. Because you know what your team is capable of doing that you coach, and you watching this other team be able to exploit everything that your team is weakest at. It's frightening. So, yeah. Yeah, so to recap, I have the Rams over the Saints. I have the Bengals over the Steelers, Stone Cold Lock. I have the Bills over the Chargers. I have the Colts over the Falcons, Seahawks over the Titans, Lions over the Vikings. I have the Jets over the Commanders. I have the Packers over Packers over Panthers. I have the Texans over the Browns. Jaguars over the Bucks. Bears over Cardinals, Dolphins over Cowboys, Broncos over Patriots, Chiefs over Raiders, Eagles over Giants, and Ravens over 49ers.
All right.
Was it a church now?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this concludes another week of Just a Fan podcast. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We was trying to go live on IG. We're trying to figure this out. I'm gonna work with the quarterback next week and see what I did wrong. But we will be live on IG. You can follow us on IG, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok, and you can listen to us on Google, Apple, and Spotify podcasts. Wildcat quarterback of this thing, Coach Williams.
Hold on, real quick. I just got a message. CJ Stroud is out this Sunday.
Oh, he is.
I'm changing that pick. I got Cleveland over the Texans on that one because I just found out CJ Stroud will not be back, and they need him against that defense.
Wow.
Cleveland's going. I think I like Cleveland. I just saw it on my phone right before we got ready to sign off.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's still in
Pando ain't playing his picks. He's like, Pando's serious about his picks.
He's still in concussion protocol. He still has symptoms. This is according to Aaron Wilson 4 hours ago, and Aaron Wilson covers the Texans. All right. Well, like I said, I'm creeping on the come up as a coach.
Pack your defense and your running game.
That's what Pando says. You know what it is. Steve, you got any lines?
Nah, man. I'm boring, man.
Make that money. Don't let the money make you.
Hey, Pets. See, here you go. Here you go. This dude. Hey, I hate my co-host. I love him, I hate him, man. Brandon, move on. Move on, man.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ages. Peace.